Diddy invited me to his gay parties. Tyler Perry and Diddy sacrificed young boys. TD Jakes was also involved in this. And this is what I do know for sure. When something this major happens, when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment.
Singer Seal Instagrammed this meme, showing Winfrey kissing the disgraced mogul. It reads, "When you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution."
The question now, could past attendees like Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Kelly Osbourne, Justin Bieber, and Usher be potentially questioned by federal investigators?
Were that there are a lot of people in Hollywood who are probably worried about which Diddy parties they were at and what was going on.
I've been excluded on Oprah, you know.
On Oprah?
On Oprah.
I know this, that many of the things that have happened to you have also happened for you.
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
It's clear that Diddy's reign is over, but there's another billionaire who might follow him down. And it's not Jay-Z, but Oprah. Rumors have been circulating for years that Oprah is not who she seems to be, that there's something evil behind that loving facade, and that this moment could be her downfall as well. Let's start by looking at some of the reasons why people believe Oprah is not who she seems to be. Aside from any serious accusations, she has been accused of being a bully who isn't quite as nice as she tries to appear. For instance, she was criticized after an interview with the Olsen twins resurfaced, in which she was seen acting extremely intrusive and uncaring, especially considering they were only teenagers.
Yeah, you know, people are going to write what they want to write. We try not to read the good or the bad because it just kind of comes with the territory. You know, either you're too fat, you're too skinny, and people are just going to write what they
What size are you, by the way?
Size?
Yeah, I always like
I'm
to know.
really sure.
You're not sure?
Girls, and you know.
That's so interesting. That is so interesting. I'm like obsessed with size, and you're like, I really don't know.
Mary-Kate did eventually seek treatment for an eating disorder later that year. And we've progressed and we've seen just the look on her face, how horrified Mary-Kate and her sister Ashley were when they were asked that question, and then for Oprah to laugh about it. It comes off tone deaf now.
Obviously, all things pass. She will be okay. But she hasn't slept in 2 days. She is not doing well. May I say she is not? She is not doing well.
The actress Monique also accused Tyler Perry and Oprah of excluding her from the industry. And her accusations have been validated, particularly after Perry publicly acknowledged that he helped prevent her from being hired. Monique even claimed that Oprah began stealing roles that were offered to her first. But her true issue was when Oprah invited her family, Ed, to her show without consulting her. She was only told that the brother who had sexually assaulted her was there, not her entire estranged family.
Obligation to let Oprah Winfrey know how I really felt. Now I want you to understand something too. See, this is why me and Oprah Winfrey got a problem.
It's still there. Until
that woman says, let me apologize to you publicly, it'll be to the day I leave this earth, because what you did was malicious, and it was intentional, and it was ugly.
If Oprah was watching this, what would you tell her?
I would say, Oprah Winfrey, you know what you need to do, and stop hiding behind what you call was negative comments, what you call, oh, I don't even deal with things like that, because what people are beginning to do is see you for who you are.
Let them know what you said.
But, okay. And she said, if you think I did something wrong, I want to apologize. And what my husband taught me a long time ago, an apology is not something that you think you need to give. If somebody else think you need to give it, it's what you feel. So she came off like Mother Earth that she is. If you think I did something wrong, no, Oprah, it ain't what I think. You did do something wrong. You maliciously, and you had full intentions of having my parents on your show and not saying anything to me. Was that for ratings?
It seemed like she exploited the situation.
Were you just exploiting me? There are some sisters in this business that are bout it. Regina King was there that night. Angela Bassett was there that night.
Hello there, I'm Eva Pilgrim. Thanks for streaming with us. Week 3 of testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs trial, starting with the music mogul's former assistant, Capricorn Clark, taking the stand.
Why would we need a 50-foot bed?
I mean, TD Jakes ain't small. I'm just saying. If it's a group thing, it's a group thing. You gotta think about, you got Rick Ross, you got Khaled, we talk about heavy hitters.
She was quick to give an Oscar speech and speak out about women who were being sexually assaulted. But people pointed out that she had been a frequent collaborator of Weinstein for years and never spoke up. It's hard to believe she never saw anything, and she even avoided speaking directly about him, calling it a watershed moment and discussing it from a wider perspective instead of calling him out. This is the most problematic thing of all, and the part that may actually link her to Diddy.
And this is what I do know for sure. When something this major happens, when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment. And what I do believe is actually happening is that, first of all, it's triggering a lot of unreleased pain, repressed anger, guilt, and suffering that a lot of women have had. I happened to be on set with several actresses the other day, and we were filming some things, and they hadn't slept over a period of 2 or 3 days, and I was like, what is that? I said, oh, you guys are suffering from PTSD.
And when you start talking about it out loud too,
everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. And so I think this is a watershed moment. And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment. I think this is a moment where no matter what business you work in, there have been women who not only had the disease to please, that's a part of it, but who felt that in order to keep my job, in order to keep my position, in order to keep moving forward, I've got to smile, I've got to look the other way, I got to pretend he didn't say that, I got to pretend he didn't touch me. I think those days are about to be over.
Achieve something really incredible. It's almost like the industry looks at it as a fluke. Like, that was like some one-time thing. And you got to negotiate and fight tooth and nail to get what you made the last time. Where's my raise? I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary.
She then went on to speak about how her activism would benefit the female Black actors who came after her.
Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this?
People pointed out that it was very convenient for her to bring up women's issues generally at that time rather than holding her friend accountable.